I was at work in my office and figured that I wanted to set the tone so that when my clients came in, they would feel calm. And I lit this candle. The candle was the scent of lavender. It was very calming. The smell was so soft and soothing. And I worked and finished my sessions. I went home, ate my dinner, went to bed, and I'm laying there. I went to bed a little late that night, around 11 that night. And so as I'm trying to doze off, it was at that very moment, that my brain goes, you did not fill out the candle. That part. And so for today's episode, why your mind won't shut off at night, I would like to welcome you back to another episode of our podcast, Unpacking Me, the parts of trauma no one talks about. I'm your host, Nikki Cameron.
And I'm your host, Murnell St. Jean. I hope I was not in that office when you try to burn us down.
Listen, Murnell, need I say, at that time, 11 at night, it was after 11, I could not sleep. All I had were different scenarios of the building burning down.
I was like, did you not get in your car and drive over
It
here?
wouldn't have made any sense because the building shuts, locks,
That's true.
right? Locks after 10 p.m. The
Mhm.
building is locked. You can get in as late as 10 p.m., but after 10 p.m.,
It's locked.
it's locked. So after 11 is when my brain decides to remind me that I left that candle lit. And Murnell, I couldn't sleep. And it just so happened that on that same night, I heard fire trucks going by.
Now your brain is looking for confirmation.
Fire trucks going by. I started having flashes of what would happen when I pull up to the parking lot the next morning.
Mind you,
I woke my husband up. I woke him up. I was like, we need to talk. You know, I'm laughing now.
I know.
But listen, when I say that was the last time I lit a candle at work, it was the last time.
Is that why you stopped lighting?
Yes. So no one in the office is allowed to light any damn candles. You hear me? Because I stayed up and my brain wouldn't shut off. And so I came into the office that morning. And as I'm driving and approaching the street, I'm looking and I'm like, oh my God, I don't smell any smoke. I don't. And when I pulled up and the building was still standing,
Wow,
with no scorches. So I walked into the building, right? And when I walked into the building and I came to the office, the candle was still lit. But luckily for me, it was one of those big glass candles.
Oh,
so even if it burned down,
it wouldn't have done anything.
Let me tell you something. That night, I prayed to every god that existed. You hear? We're laughing now, but it was not funny at the time.
Oh, wow.
Diving into, I wanted to share that experience. That's how our brain works.
Yeah, it's not
all
random.
All day you're busy, you're focused, you're distracted, you're moving about, and then the nighttime comes. The nighttime comes, and everything gets quiet, and suddenly your mind gets loud. And sometimes it's a subtle whisper, right? Or it's replaying conversations and planning for tomorrow, like my brain was, right?
Yeah, you're
revisiting things that I
What you gonna tell the police?
right?
The firefighters.
So I highlight for everyone that this isn't random
It's
at
not
all,
random.
right? This is why sleep is so important, because when you're sleeping, your brain is processing and updating, processing and filing and updating. And this is not just overthinking. It really is our brains trying to process something. So let's just make space to understand why nighttime. Why is it nighttime that our brains try to amp up its processing?
Right.
Why nighttime is when this shows up the most?
Well,
why?
Well, because during the day you're distracted. There's a lot of things happening, so
the
thoughts are contained.
Yes.
In your head because you're focused on other things.
Yes.
But at night, what happens? No distractions.
Quiet,
Just
silence.
you in that bed in the dark, in the ceiling, and your thoughts said, "Hey, we have time to do us.
Yes.
And that's why it shows up mostly at night.
Yes.
And that's when unresolved stuff oftentimes shows
They float to
up.
the top. Yeah. Your mind starts to review and analyze and
Mm,
revisit.
all
It's,
those tabs you had
and
shut down start popping back
you
up.
think they were shut down, but they were not. They were just lingering
They
in
were
the
just
midst of
waiting.
process.
You had minimized them. You didn't press the X.
Yes. Yes.
And so this is something that is associated with self-referential thinking.
Mm-hmm.
It's your mind starts reviewing, analyzing, revisiting the things
Pertaining to
pertaining
you.
to, not
How,
to torture you though.
how you showed up.
Yeah.
What did you
What did you
say?
say?
What
What
did
you
you do?
should have said.
Oh my God.
That's my biggest one. That's my nighttime.
Mm.
I should have said this. I should have done
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
It's not to torture you. It's not an intentional, let's torture my person experience for our mind, but it is a lot of the time processing unfinished
Yeah.
experiences of our day.
Yes.
And that's
Yes.
why it becomes then this loop that
Mm-hmm.
takes place only at night because we're not distracted anymore. We have the time to do
Yeah.
it.
And it turns into a cycle because once the process starts, the
It
cycle. Why did I not turn out the candle? Why was I being that was irresponsible of me? What did I say that for? What if things go wrong? And it goes on and on and on and on and on. And so the real question now is how do we wind down? How do we wind down? How do we relax? But again, the brain is actually trying to process
Mhm.
and resolve, like you said. So what I encourage people to do oftentimes is I'll say to them, before you go to bed at night, create a routine.
Mhm. A routine is very helpful.
Right. I'm someone who has very vivid dreams. They're
Mm,
so vivid sometimes that
mm,
I can't differentiate between what's real and
mm.
what's a dream. It's
Wow.
very vivid.
Wow.
So, because of that, I avoid watching anything on
Because
TV.
it'll show up in the dream.
Certain things I don't watch. If
Mhm.
it's not something cheerful where
Mhm.
I'm laughing or I'm not doing it
Mhm.
because I tell you, I am going to dream it. If I fall asleep in the couch and someone's watching TV, they know wake me up because while I'm sleeping, my brain is still processing.
Mhm.
Just because you think you're sleeping and the TV is on doesn't mean that your brain isn't registering.
Of course, the
Yeah.
brain's registering it.
So for me, I have to be very purposeful
Mhm.
about what I'm consuming,
Mhm.
especially at nights.
Mhm.
Journaling before bed, I enjoy just grabbing my journal
Mhm.
and writing things out, like doing a brain dump.
The brain dump is really
Yes, brain dumping. Just write, even if it doesn't make any sense, I do a brain dump.
important.
Or for some people, they don't like journaling, create voice notes and
Mhm.
talk out what's going on because at least you're emptying, you're helping your brain to empty.
Right. And I want to point out that as those things are really good to help us, especially since a lot of the time this idea of thinking in our brain is due to a lot of stuff, especially if you have a lot of stress throughout your day
Mm-hmm.
because you have so much things going on.
Mm-hmm.
Before you go to sleep, instead of thinking about all of the stuff that you have going on, write out a list of the things that you need to do the next day. Your
Yeah.
brain is going to process it
Yeah.
differently.
Yeah.
It's going to help shut down that
It
overthinking.
does.
Is
It does.
if you're fine, and a lot of the times it happens because we're perfectionists. We have to do
Oh,
things
yes.
perfectly. So if you are that type of person who finds yourself in that place, w- creating a way for you to plan out your day in a way that is going to be beneficial the
Mm-hmm.
night before is very helpful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And if you're a person who fears outcomes, because sometimes the brain is doing this because it fears our future outcomes.
Mm-hmm.
Take the time to journal, which is what you were saying. Journaling is really
Yes.
good because it gives you a sense of, oh, I can have some form of understanding what my
Yeah.
outcome future is going to be.
And there are times when I was struggling with racing thoughts, and what helped me was praying.
Praying is really good.
Literally, like I'll never forget one night my brain just could not turn
Mm.
off, and I literally remember myself saying, "God, just kill me now! Like I can't. I just want this to stop." When I
That
say
has happened to me.
a fleeting flood of thoughts going,
I
going,
know.
going, going, going. And I'll never forget when I cried, I was like, God, I just need to stop. I just need peace. I heard, talk to me.
Mm.
It was very distinct. talk to me.
Mm.
And I just started praying, whispering, saying what I need to say. And before I knew it, I fell
Fell
asleep.
asleep. Yeah.
And the next night, same thing happened. I fell asleep and I kept doing it. I kept praying and I would fall asleep.
Mm.
And for some reason,
It
things just
works.
started to change. And I added in journaling and,
And
you know,
it sounds like you created you were able to, of course, had a spiritual experience,
yeah,
but was also able to start to create a nighttime routine, like you were saying
yes, a
before,
nighttime routine.
because the nighttime routine helps
Yes,
because not only is this happening cognitively,
yes.
it's taking a physical toll.
Yes, my system needs to wind down. Yeah. The
Exactly.
same way how we put babies down for bath
Mhm.
time,
Works every
we
time.
wind our body. You know what I don't understand? I
Mm.
think if many parents understood and taught their children that when you become a teenager or you become an adult, you still have to create a
A
nighttime
nighttime
routine.
routine.
You still
Hmm.
have to create a routine. You become the parent of yourself. So
Yeah.
for me, I know I can't go to sleep without taking a hot shower.
Mm.
I know I have to sit there and oil my body and literally oil myself and massage myself, right?
Mhm.
So I don't journal every night, but I do journal. I write prayers, I write out my thoughts, right? And my good old friend tapping, EFT tapping.
EFT tapping.
EFT tapping, just tap and breathe for 2 minutes per night. It changes how your brain processes stress. So you have to figure out what's a good fit for you. For some people, it might be listening to binaural beats or bilateral beats. Um, and just listening to that, the back and forth, the bilateral stimulation helps to calm the nervous system.
Mhm.
For some people, it's drinking chamomile tea.
Mhm.
Whatever it is, it's important for you to test out something. And as you're testing out different things, notice what
What
feels
feels
right
right
for
for you?
you
Mhm.
to shut your system down, do a shutdown. This isn't just happening to your mind, it's really your whole
Your whole
body.
body's experiencing,
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
And so the routine actually does help to teach your body, not just your mind, and expectations. Because
yes,
one of the reasons why your mind is going through all of these experiences and replaying it, it's because it's trying to create certainty.
yes,
And
yes.
so giving it a level of certainty
Certainty and
in
resolution.
resolution, giving it a level of something is going to help it to be more at ease
Hmm.
and then put your body at ease. So
Yes.
you're not feeling that racing heart. You're not experiencing that shallow breathing. That muscle tension isn't taking over too much because you're giving yourself a way to shut downshift the nervous system.
You know what's unfortunate? Some of us we take better care of our cars than we do our bodies.
Mhm.
Yeah, we will never go. Would you ever go into your car on empty and try to drive to work?
No, I
Would
won't
you?
make it.
Right. You know to respect the car enough to not try it,
I'm
but
trying that.
you know to manage your expectations for the
Yeah,
car.
yeah,
But we don't do that. We take for granted that our bodies need to keep pushing through with us. We don't
exactly.
realize that we need to be attentive to our own personal need.
Exactly.
So it's important to ensure that we're slowing down and being respectful to the vessel that carries you around.
Yes, it is. We only get one. We don't
One,
get
one,
multiple.
one.
We only get
In the
one
islands, they
ship.
say, in Jamaica, they say you get one dege dege one. You get one dege dege one, right? Sometimes it's just sitting on the bed and just watching your breath. And each time you breathe in, just say in. Each time you breathe out, just say out.
Yeah,
Just sitting
just
there
sitting
and
there.
doing that or humming,
Hmm.
you would be surprised how much that helps the
Humming is
system to
such a
calm
helpful
down
one. Yeah.
because you're taking in so many things, and the average human has between 50 and 70 plus thousand
Hmm.
thoughts per day.
Hmm.
So at nights, your brain, your body, it needs a little bit of help to calm down.
Now, let me say the thing that we need to say in this day and age in 2026 and the 21st century. Going from the TV to your bed is not going to be very
Or
helpful.
doom scrolling in the bed,
It's not
or
helpful
watching TV
in
in the
the
bed.
bed. I actually in my home we have no TV in my bedroom. There's no TV in my bedroom because I don't want to doom
Yeah,
scroll or watch TV in the bed.
yeah.
And so part of that is recognizing that we need to reduce light exposure
Mm-hmm.
in part of creating a nighttime routine so that our body can calm down and our mind can calm down as
Yep.
well.
Yep. Yep.
So
Yep.
I beg of you, do not use your TV. Give yourself the study show an hour before bed. Turn off all of your electronics.
Yeah.
Put them on the charger because you don't want them to be dead the
Away
next
from the
day.
bed.
Away from the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Put them somewhere away. Turn off all of the light so that you can calm down instead of activating that brain. Blue light is not good for you
Right.
before you go to sleep.
And listen, I'm not gonna sit here and be a hypocrite and tell you
It's not.
I'm consistent with that, right? Because that would just be full of it. There are times when I struggle because, and I was sharing it with my family. I said, I feel like there's a little kid in me that feels like they're gonna miss out at nighttime when it's time to go to
You
bed.
got nighttime FOMO.
That, like, no, I don't want to go to sleep. And I swear, I'll be sitting in the couch and my daughter will get up and go, okay, we're going to bed. And my husband will go, we're going to bed. Nikki, let's go to bed. I'm like,
No.
no. But you were falling asleep. I'm like, no.
I
And
haven't
then
done
I
it out.
catch myself, right? And then the next morning, I can't function well.
I know.
I can't function well because my body didn't get the space it needed to do updates and process and resolve.
Mm.
And sleep is medicine. Sleep is medicine. Sleep is healing. The other parts of it is don't drink water at least 2 hours before bed
Because you're going to
because
get
then you
up to
keep running
pee.
back and forth like I do. Sometimes I forget, and 6, 7 times I'm in the restroom for the night,
The
right?
same things that work when you were young are the things that's going to work
Yes,
when you're an adult when it comes
yes,
to creating this
yes.
nighttime routine.
Yes. So, again, you're meant to have thoughts.
Yes.
We're humans and we're meant to have thoughts.
Yes.
If your thoughts are racing, I want you to take that as your brain telling you you're overloaded and you need to find a way to release
To
some of
release.
this.
Yes.
And releasing it can look like watching your breath, just sitting there and watching your breath, your chest rise and fall, or counting each time you breathe in, you go one, each time you exhale, you go two. It can also look like you just literally sitting there and massaging your arms and your legs and just talking to your body. It can be you doing a body scan meditation. I prefer body scan meditations or even journaling. But whatever you do to try to empty out a lot of this unnecessary stuff before bed, do it. And the worst thing you can do is be doom scrolling in the bed because what you're doing, whatever you do in the bed before you go to sleep, you're training your brain that that's what needs to happen
To be
every
done.
night.
That's exactly
You
what
know?
it is. That's
So
exactly what it is.
it's again, I'm inviting you to recognize that your brain needs sleep and we have to help our system to wind down. Wind down with the journaling, the self-care. If you can do stretches, bed yoga, YouTube has bed yoga. You can
Stretches.
literally stay in the bed and do stretches. You can go on YouTube and do that before bed. But make it your priority to just be determined and committed to helping your system wind down,
Yes.
not wind up.
Yes. And
Not wind up,
yes.
wind down.
Exactly.
Yes.
Sleep is not just about shutting the mind off. It's also about creating a safety in the body that the mind no longer needs to stay on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Mm-hmm.
what we're doing when we're creating and learning how to wind down for the night. So I encourage our listeners tonight, instead of fighting your thoughts, get curious about them.
Fighting your thoughts.
Don't
You
fight
ain't
them.
win.
You ain't gonna win.
No.
Sleep with a journal. Put a journal next to your bed that you
Yeah.
can just write down
Or use
stuff,
voice notes again.
voice notes,
Yeah.
something to help you to not engage in this fight because you will not win.
No, you won't.
And recognize that sometimes your thoughts may be pointing you towards something that's ready to be acknowledged. It
Mm-hmm.
might be that moment where you might want to go to therapy and realize that. And if
Yes.
that's the case, shameless plug, go ahead and check our website at
Yes.
daretweetmerch.com,
Yes.
where we have amazing therapists ready to assist you if
Fort
you are in
Lauderdale
the Fort
area.
Lauderdale,
Yes.
Oakland Park area. If you're in Broward County, Florida, we do
Virtual
virtual
sessions.
telehealth sessions as well.
Yeah.
We have groups coming up
These groups are only women, for women right now, the
right
friendship
now.
space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
But those groups are fun. Like being in that group, oh man, those women are vibrant.
Okay,
And
ladies.
they're real and raw.
Okay.
So I enjoy moderating the group because they keep it real, they keep it raw, and they're very supportive.
Oh, so this is a place of authenticity.
Yes, yes.
So
yes.
please join us if you're able to. And with that being said, I am so happy to have been here with you guys this week. Can't wait for next week's topic. Until then, be kind to yourself because you deserve it.
And prioritize your sleep.
Please get a routine going.